Over the last few months, I've collected quite a few Sega first-party and third-party controllers, and today I will be going through and testing these controllers and then seeing if I can get them cleaned up and fixed. Now what I will be testing these controllers with is actually an Arduino UNO board, which I will show programming and then going through the testing of the controllers. To get started, I have my Arduino UNO board, a 9-pin DIN adapter, which I took from an old computer, 9 jumper cables here, and then my USB cable, which I'll connect to the computer as a COM port. So the first thing I want to do is connect the 9-pin DIN adapter to the Arduino UNO. And so I have a black and a red here that I will use to signify power and ground, and then the rest of these will be my signal wires. Actually, I'll use yellow here as a wire for the clock, and then the rest of these will actually send the signal from the controller to the Arduino so we know what the status is. I have built a guide in Google Sheets here which will help me with the wire colors and the pin out from the serial cable here to the Arduino. And I'll go ahead and post a link to this as well as the code that will be needed for programming the Arduino. So let's go ahead and start here. So we know I have the black and the red, which will be here on the DB9 pin out, and then the black here. And so this is ground, and then this is power. And they map to, on the controller, these pins. So we'll go ahead and connect in pin 1. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's power. And then 6, 7, 8. And so those will connect onto the Arduino. The black goes to ground, and then the red goes to 5 volts. The Sega controllers use 5 volts. The next I need a green for pin 1, which goes here. And that will connect to the digital 2, right there. Blue for pin 3. Let's just go ahead and connect all of these. There'll be yellow on pin 7. Orange on pin 9. Brown for pin 2. On the bottom. I ran out of color, so I'll just use green again for pin 4. I already have the pin 1 plugged in as green, so I'll know this will be pin 4. And then white for pin 6. So then let's connect to the Arduino board. Pin 2 goes to D3. Pin 3 is the blue. Goes to digital 4. Green, digital 5. The red's already connected, so we'll go to white, digital 6. And then I'm going to skip the signal wire, the select wire, and go with the orange one to pin 7 here, and then digital 7. And then the select wire, we will go ahead and go on to the next rail here, and that is digital 8. And we'll see why that happens when we get to look at the code here. So the next thing I want to do is go ahead and connect the Arduino to the USB port. And plug that into the computer. Now that is connected, you'll see the lights blinking and turn on solid. And let's go ahead and open up the Sega Controller Serial Reader program here. And so the way this works is these are the digital numbers. So digital 8 is our signal, which is what was the yellow one here. And then the rest of these are the pin numbers with the exception of the ground and the power going to the DB9. So now what I will want to do is go ahead and upload this to the Arduino, and we should see the lights blinking when it starts programming. And it looks like that is connected and done. So I will go to Tools, and I will go to Serial Monitor. And let's bring that up over here on COM3. And let's grab our first controller here, which is this one. It's a Sega first-party controller, a white series here. You can either have the white, or also, we'll take a look at this one. This one, you'll notice that the buttons and here is red. But we'll start with this one, and we will go ahead and plug it in. Now you notice as soon as I plug it in, the serial console here has go ahead and recognized it. So the select signal has actually been sent to the console. And so I can press up, and you'll see it registers as up, down, right, and then left. Okay, so the D-pad is working. Should also see as I push buttons, this will transmit, and you'll see the transmit there. Probably very faintly. Maybe I need to turn the light off. Be a little clearer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clear output, and let's begin our testing. So up, down, right, left, those are working. Start is working. A is working. B is working. And C is working. Okay, good. This controller completely works, no problems. I'll just put a small piece of tape on here, and I will write works. Let's unplug and set that one aside. So the next one is, let's go ahead and try this one with the red. I'll turn the screen back on. And again, oh, let's clear output one more time. The moment we plug it in, we should see it register. And it has with the plus. Let me turn this way so you guys can actually see it that way. So there's up, that's working. Right, left, down. I can also do diagonals. You'll see down left, down right. So diagonals are also working well. Let's hit start. Start is not working. A is also not, really, sometimes A is not really working. B is working well. The other thing you'll notice with this program is I hold B down. Once I let go, that's when the plus will show up again. So that way it knows that I'm holding a button down. And then C's a little loose, but it's working. So this one, we can say no start and no A. Maybe I'll say they look like buttons. And let's unplug. Now let's take a look at this Catz third-party controller. Go ahead and plug it in. And we'll go, well, let's clear output. Up is working. Definitely a different click feel to it than the other one. Right, left, down, our diagonals are working. Start is working. A is working. B is working. And C is working. Now let's see how these work here. So slow motion is off. So let's turn slow motion on and see what it does. Okay, that seems to just trigger the start button, on and on and on. And then that just goes a little bit faster. So let's turn that off. See what A does. Okay, A all the way at the top is an auto A. And then if it's in the center here, Imagine if I hold down A, yep, it's an A trigger. Turn that down. So let's see if B works. Oh, I had B already running that way. Interesting. Yeah, B, and then auto B, it's just gonna go. Try C. Hold it down, C, fire, and then always fire. Nice. So that controller is working with no issues. Now these ones that do work, I may still take apart. Let's get this unplugged. The nice thing about any of these, whether it's the Catz or any Sega controller, is a General Phillips. Works with them. I don't need a special screwdriver. But I want to get them clean, so we may take that one apart still. Let's try another third-party controller here. This one is called the ProPad 6. Plug it in. And let's try up. Let's go ahead and clear output. What's interesting is there's a little minus, which means that the select button goes high, low, and then high again. And so what that is telling the software here is that this is going to be a 6 button. If you plug it in with just a 3 button, you will only see the plus mark. The 6 buttons, it sends a quick signal saying, hey, I'm a 6 button, so go select high, low, high. Go ahead and clear output. I can show you one more time here. We'll unplug. Since we plug it in, it went to the low and then high. So let's go ahead and go up, right, down, and then left. It's working. Mode is working. And start is working. X, Y, Z, A, B, C. So those are working. Slow. Well, slow just hits the start button over and over and over again. And then, oops, something happened. Oh, when you push it, it's just a toggle button. So let's see what left. Left does nothing, and then right does nothing. Maybe they're actually set with the programming here. So there's auto. Let's go X, Y, Z, A, B, C. So yeah, it just sets auto when they're running. So yeah, those are all set now. Oh, I see. And then you can toggle them off. I see. So you can turn on which ones you want auto and which ones you don't. So I think set then must actually set these left and right. So I'm going to attempt to press left. Does not send a signal. Let's go X and then set. So now if I press this, yep, it just sends X. So I can do the same thing again. Let's go set. Let's go the right one and let's set that to B. Set. So now when I press right, I get B. Nice. Or you can just do that again. And these are not set. So this is working. Great. The next one here is an upgraded ProPad. This is the SG ProgramPad 2, and it's got an LCD screen here. So let's go ahead and plug it in. It's interesting, it's got A, B, C, X. There is no Y. Let's go ahead and clear output here and see if it represents as a... Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. Wow, look at that. It sent quite a unique signal there, telling it must be some kind of programming. Okay, let's try up. That's working. Right, left, down. Okay, can I do any kind of diagonal? Yeah, I can. Okay, so mode is working. Start is working. A, B, C, X. So those are working. Curious as what these three buttons are. That is quite a combination there of left, R, and A. So it would be left, right, and the A button. And then this one is right, down, left, up, right. And then this is right and A. So I must be in some kind of memory mode here. I'm sure that doesn't do anything. And then what does our Y? Oh, that sends a Y and a Z. Oh, these are Y and Z now, instead of left and right. Okay, so that's where the remaining buttons are. There's up here. So now we have a set and a function. So if we do set B, that, I have no idea what I just did. Function is function 2. Does that change this? This is still right. Did it change? I think it changed those buttons. So that was function 2, function 3. So yeah, it's changing these. So these must map to some kind of game. So 4, that would be down, pause, up, A. That's down, down, left, left, up, left, B. Okay, and let's go function 5. Curious how many functions I can go here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Oh, they're still going. 16, 17. Oh, I was thinking it was 2 bits. It's, see if we get up to, okay, so 24. So it's 3 bits. 3 sets that you can do there. I'm not sure what set does though. Oh, there is a slow button over here. And that turns on the start and stop. But yeah, I'm curious as to what this does. So we push that at saying A to play. That's B. Oh, you actually get feedback on the screen. I just noticed that. The button that I'm pressing. I'm not sure how to set the set button there. 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, now I'm on program 1. So after I get through the 24, now I can get into the programming. So then I can maybe hit set. It's not doing anything. Maybe I push set and the button I want to set. There it goes. Now it's in A3 learn, so I can say A, B, C, set. So now A, B, C. Okay. So I'm going to do set again and set the number 2. So maybe I can do left B, A, X, set, and hit B here. Left B, A, X. There it goes. Look at that. And let's try the third one, which is actually A1. It's the first one technically. And let's go maybe YZ, A, B, C, D, up, down. Let's just kind of get everything. I could put in the Konami code, I guess, but we'll pass on that for now. Up, down, down, left, right, A, B, I think, or something like that. Oh, I hit function. I didn't want to do that. I wonder if I lost out on my trying to remember the Konami code. I don't know, let's push it now. Yeah, I lost that. So let's try again. Function. Boom, boom, boom. I'll speed through this. 21, 22, 23, 24. Program 1. Now did it take it? So that is Y, X, A, B. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. C, D. So down. Oh, so you can only put in so much. Y, Z, X, A, B, C, D. So that would be down. So it didn't take any of the other. So maybe you can only put in up to, like, well, how many buttons is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 buttons. in a memory slot. Nice. But this one does work. No problems there. So let's mark this as working. I have another third-party controller here. Looks like the same company as the other ProPads. This is just a generic, this says SG ProPad. I'll bring them all three up here when I'm done so we can just compare the different models. Now let's go ahead and clear output. And we'll send that in. Okay, so you'll see it did not send the select command to go low. It just kept it high because it is only a 3-button controller, not a 6-button. So we have A. Actually, let's do what I was doing here again. So up, left, down, left, right, and then left. Yes. A, B, C. Those are working. Start is not working. Slow. That is working. And I imagine these must be auto, similar to what we had. So put A in the center. Semi-auto, auto A, B, and then auto B. Let's go. Oh, this is... My camera shut off there for a minute, but it's back on. So let's go ahead and call this one good and working. Couple more controllers left here. Here's another 3-button Sega Genesis. Go ahead and clear output. Plug it in. Okay, that one sent a myriad of signals to the Arduino as soon as it was plugged in. Let's set this up here. We'll go up, right, left, down. So D-pad is good. Start is working. A is not working. B is not working. And C is not working. So none of these buttons are working. And I will label no A, B, or C. And the last one here is another ProPad. I say last one, actually I have this one here. It is a ProPad 4, but the connector is not a 9-pin. So I'm not going to test that as it won't fit my testing here. This is actually meant for a PC and not a Sega. Go ahead and clear. We will go up. The button's a little sticky. Right, down, left, but it does seem to be working. Mode button is not working. Start button is not working. X is working, Y is working, Z is working, A is working, B, and C. How about the slow button does not appear to be working. And the set button. The set button looks like it is working. Or the auto. Let's do up, X, set. Okay, so X. Yes, the set button does work. So it is just the start, end mode, and slow button. start mode and slow. And I will unplug that. Now what I have left in here, actually I went ahead and ordered online through a website called More Top Games. I'm not sponsored or anything. I paid for these with my own money. They are extra buttons and D-pads just in case any of them did not work. And then also another set of screws for the Sega Genesis Controllers in case I was missing some screws or they were stripped out when I go to remove them. So I believe there's a 50 pack here of these, and this is enough for 2 complete controllers. However, I don't plan on replacing 2 entire controllers. I'll just replace any that happen to be not working. Now I'm going to go ahead and get started with cleaning one of these remotes. We'll go ahead and take it apart and clean it. And I liked this one because it had no A, B, and C button, so that's the one I'll start with. Turn it over here. And then if you can see in there, I'll go ahead and remove these screws. It looks like they're in there. They're just really rusted and dirty. There's one. Yeah, that is pretty rusted out. Okay. Take all those screws out. Wow. Those screws are absolutely terrible. Ugh. There's the inside of the Sega controller. Chip there. It says Japan 9339H. Turn it this way. And let's go ahead and pull this off here. Figure out why the buttons are not connecting. They look very dirty. Could just simply be dirt here. I don't think they're torn in any way. So let's get some isopropyl alcohol. And then a Q-tip. And let's go ahead and clean these up. I can see some I can see some of the copper here may have corroded or come off a little bit, or if it's just dirty. Now that I have those somewhat clean, let's plug this in. Place a button on there. See what happens. That's the B. That's the A. That is the C. That's the start button. Okay, so I'm going to rinse these all off water. Rinse this off. I'm guessing this is really dirty inside here too. Ugh. Yuck. I've got some water here, toothbrush, and some paper towels to go ahead and start cleaning. Put this in there. Go ahead and take off the tape. Move this out of the way a little bit. Now as I tighten these screws, I want to put them in there, but not over tighten them, just get them a good tight thread. As I put in this last screw, I just want to say that these controllers are close to 40 years old, and so as I put the last screw in here and tighten it down, I'm not going fully tight as this plastic is fairly old and I don't want to break it. So just tight enough so that nothing's coming apart, but not over tight. So let's go ahead, bring the Arduino back over here. I will clear output on the screen. And let's plug in and see if it works. So A is working now. B is working, C is working, start is working great, very responsive, down, right, up, and left. So yes, it is working very well. Very happy with this successful fix. That was a very dirty controller. Glad to see that it was really just dirt and not any other kind of damage to this board. Let's take a look at this ProPad. Now I just want to compare real quick. I have this ProPad where the start and mode button are not working. I have a classic ProPad here, as well as two other ones. This one, these two are working. This was the programmable and the SG. So you'll see there's some differences here, but for the most part, these two have the layout as ABC, while these two look more like a traditional Sega controller. Let's go ahead and take this one apart since it's broken and see what it looks like on the inside. And let's see, get this apart. There it goes. Again, those screws were pretty bad. So this one has a couple more screws. Let's go ahead and take those out. And they look to be in good enough condition. That I will keep these screws and throw these ones away. I will bring my water back and go ahead and just drop these in. Oops, that wasn't good. That just ripped right off. I don't know if that can be fixed or not. Because these were holding this board in. Put it in there for now. Let's clean the board. Go ahead and clean. Give all the pads a good scrubbing here. And we'll put that together. It looks like it goes. There. And there. Poke through. That's poked through. Get the Arduino here. Clear output. Let's go ahead and plug it in. I may have lost serial connection here. Serial monitor. Let's try. Yep, I got plus up. Mode is working. Start is working. Yeah, working well. How about the slow button? Let's find that. That will be right here. And we will place the slow button. Get a little pressure to get those little plastic connector pieces in. Wow, that really is tight. Come on. Pull it from the back side of the board. Just give it ever slightest little tug there. Okay, that's flush. Not quite flush. Let's push it. And yes, we are getting start over and over and over again. Looks good. I went ahead and dried the controller parts off camera. And let's get started back with assembly. One of the things I do want to call out here though is that this pad ripped, and then these two are also ripping. If you take a look, the top are not ripping. So I'm going to see if what I can do is just completely rip these off, since they're no good at this point anyways. And then I do have extra buttons. They're a different style button than what's on there, but maybe I can go ahead and take these and slide them through and see if it works. The reality is this is a third-party controller. It probably has no value to it as a third-party controller. I'm not really that invested in this, and I have a second one of these, so if it ends up not working and being fixed, I won't have a problem throwing this one away or using the spare parts when I take the other one apart and combine the two to get one working controller. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to see if this works. and put this controller back together. Up, up, left, right, those are all working. Down. Mode is working now. Start is working. Slow is working. The set buttons are working. Those are buttoned. Now, let's see if these buttons work. These were the ones that I broke as I took it apart. They don't work. There's nothing there. There's no push or give. Okay. So that was not successful. Okay. Well, it's good to know. I do have another one of these that's in a much better condition. So I can use this one as a backup when I take that one apart. And if there's any issues with it, hopefully it won't be any issues around this area. Because yeah, that's not working at all. Maybe if I were to cut and remove that plastic and only just use the buttons by themselves, we would see, but yeah, no luck there. Okay. I have all of the controllers clean now and have tested them using the Arduino. Now I want to go ahead and test them with my Sega Genesis. So I have the original Sega Genesis here with a, get this out, it's pretty tight fit here, with a 112-in-1 16-bit game cartridge. Let's go ahead and put that in here, and then I've plugged in my first controller, and let's go ahead and get started here. So I've plugged in with audio here for stereo audio, and then the video coming out there. I have standard composite video here, not doing any kind of triple bypass or modded console. Let's go ahead and get this started up. And then this cartridge, 112. So there's a bunch of different games here. I chose this cartridge because of the games that did have on there. I was really impressed with the list. It didn't seem to have a lot of bootleg ROMs, but pretty much the standard ROMs that I grew up playing. Streets of Rage, fun games there. It has Double Dragon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shinobi, Sonic the Hedgehogs, Batman and Robin, another good fun one. Afterburner 2, Space Harrier 2, another fun game. Twin Cobra, also your Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. I'm going to go ahead and find a good game to test all the buttons. One of my favorites is Street of Rage 2 for a 3-button controller. It's a good button masher, and it will give me the ability to test all these. So let's hit start and get the game started. And I'm just going to skip the intro. Let's hit start. Okay, up, down, left, right, works. Jump. Kick. Oh yeah. The buttons feel really good on this controller. I'm very happy with this. Get some cash. See if I can pick them up here. There it goes. Ah, okay, hit me. throw a player. Throw one of these NPCs. Up, down, good. Yeah, there he goes. Grab him by the head here. Oh. Come on. Oh yeah. Let's get some food or cash up here. There we go. I was hungry. Knife action works. See if I can throw a knife. Didn't work. There it goes. Now I was able to throw it. Hold down the A button and then press C. Ooh, a pipe. Come on, brother. Let's see that. Okay. What I want to try now, since I know the 3 button is working, is let's go ahead and test one of the 6 buttons. Let's go ahead and turn off. Remove this and grab one of the 6 buttons. Now for the 6 button controllers, these happen to be a third party. I don't have any of the first party 6 button controllers right now, but let's go ahead and test this. Plug it in. Turn on, get the licensed Sega here, and a good 6 button game actually is Streets of Rage 3. We were just playing Streets of Rage 2. Let's go ahead and start Streets of Rage 3. Some of these wires out of the way here. Let's hit start. Start button's a little not responsive, but it does work. We'll just skip the intro here. Let's test this out. So we've got kick or punch, and Y should be kick. Yep. Punch. B is punch is working, and kicking is working. We've got jump, and like a back elbow. Just like that. That's the Z button. Come on. Ah, let's try to get fancy. Let's try my power punch here. Oh yeah. One more time. Oh, and I missed it. I wasted it. There. Let's do jump. Jump. Oh yeah. Jump punch. I would say the buttons are working. I don't remember what X does. X here. Here's like a jump X. Oh. Oh, break out, break out. There it goes. There it goes. There's the body slam. And that I call a successful project, cleaning these controllers. Let's go ahead and shut this off, and we'll call that. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos.